Dear audience, today I am going to talk about a very important concept in federal rules of civil procedure of the United States of America, and this is personal jurisdiction. If and when a case is filed, the first and foremost thing court has to decide among those first things that the court has to decide is the personal jurisdiction. When the plaintiff files a case in a court, it is understood that plaintiff has subjected himself or herself to the jurisdiction of the court. Therefore, that is pretty much easy and straightforward. However, when it comes to determining whether court has power over the person who is defending the case, then it becomes a little bit tricky. Court first has to decide, look at different criteria and theories to determine whether court has jurisdiction, which in simple words means whether court has power to hear the case of defendant, call them to the court and decide, make a decision on their case. If court decides that defendant is subject to the court's jurisdiction, then we can say court has personal jurisdiction over the defendant. For that, there are primarily four tests that we have to look at. Whether it is a right place, is it allowed by law of the state? Is the defendant connected enough to the place where the case has been filed against that defendant? And is it fair or reasonable for the state court or federal court to hear the case of the person? And when we say is it right place, that refers to whether the person is domiciled in that state. If the person is domiciled in the state, it is pretty much straightforward again, because then the state court has full power general jurisdiction over the defendant. Therefore, the personal jurisdiction is established. Is it allowed by the state? That refers to long arm statute. And if it comes to whether the person has enough contacts or connected enough to that place, that refers to the theory of minimum contacts. We will discuss these things: long arm statute, domicile, long arm statute, minimum contacts, and fairness or reasonableness in detail in next slides. In this session, I just want to introduce these concepts. Is it fair or reasonable? If it is fair and reasonable for a person, for example, if it is within 100 miles, then the court may exercise jurisdiction if other conditions are met. But if it is unreasonable for the person to call them to the court, then the court has to see which court should be hearing the case, whether that court should be hearing the case or not. So, and I will introduce these concepts in this session, and then we will continue discussing these one by one. And until next slide, see you in the next session.